Hey guys, I just thought I'd kind of shoot a casual video today of something I call the old homestead. It's really just our house, and I wanted to show you around the property and some of the things that I really like, and maybe some of the things I like doing, show you the gardens and some new additions that I built. It's too bad they're talking about selling the place, because I'm only renting here. I don't own it. But anyway, home is home and you can be happy anywhere. So this is where we are right now, and this is where I hang my hat. So let's take a walk and I'll show you around. So first off, we've got the back view of the house. And I'll get my thumb out of the way here, and we'll just zoom in a little bit. And that's kind of the sitting area there. That's where we enjoy a nice cup of coffee or tea or something like that. And springtime's always a messy time. We got a lot of cleaning up to do. So in the summertime, it looks really nice out here. I get rid of all these recycling bins and all that stuff. And you get to sit in the den there at the back door, and you get a nice view. I'll show you the view in a second here. And of course, barbecuing and our picnic table. My garden tractor, and there they are. The pride and joy of my life are my two boys, Eddie, Coco. Here they come. Eddie's a little bit slower because he's a tad older. He's getting old just like me. Look at him, look at you. Ooh, what are you doing, Dad? Of course, just when I'm shooting this, a tractor would decide to go by, and Eddie and Coco decide they're going to play. Good exercise for Eddie. I can't keep up with him here. I must be making you guys dizzy. Anyway, off to the side here, we have this privacy fence, and I built this a couple of years ago, just because there's an apartment building with 6 units in it next door, and I wanted some privacy. So I'm going to get around to staining it sometime. But I'm not sure what to do, simply because they're talking about selling the place here. And this is the latest edition, and you contractors out there, please don't laugh at me. I wanted a place where the dogs could run, so the fence used to be where you can see that dead grass there. The fence used to run along there, and I thought, well, it's kind of stupid because we've got a whole backyard here, and why not let the doggies go down by the river? So I put up this fence. I just built it out of 1x4s and some chicken wire. Didn't know how else to do it because it tapered down, so I just kind of leveled it off in sections. But see if I can zoom out here a little bit. It doesn't look all that bad. The river is up and down, so I got to put out sections as the river goes down, otherwise the dogs are just going to walk around the fence. And here we have our one fire pit, and I use this quite a bit, especially when the weather's not so great, or the wind tends to blow around a lot. It's a smaller fire pit. There's Coco to investigate. I know the grass is getting to the point it's only April where it needs cutting, but you can have some nice fires out here and sit and relax. I just love a fire. I mean, there's nothing better in life than to sit back and have a cup of coffee or tea or whatever and just sit and enjoy the fire. Next up, we got our second fire pit here. This is one I bought at Walmart a few years ago when initially we lived over the other side. And you can hear that tractor in the background. And this is the big blazer that I call it. That's where all the blazing bonfires happen, just in this fire pit right here. You can get this going fairly high. They're not too strict about the rules here, but when it is dry time, they do enforce them. Oh, and by the way, to all you firefighters out there, I do have a fire permit, so I do obey the laws. And we have our wonderful view of the river. An interesting story behind this stump right here. It was a huge tree about 2 years ago, but it was really rotted down at the base, and I thought, that's going to fall down. And sure enough, it fell down and went into the river with one big plunge. And it's all organic, so it did float away, and I guess it'll eventually make its way to the riverbed and become driftwood. But nice view of the river here. And man, oh man, this is a great river for kayaking, canoeing, and stuff like that. I even have a raft with a little electric motor on it, and you can just go up and down the river. It's really great. So it's kind of beautiful to look at. And this is my favorite setting chair here by the fireplace, where I sit and ponder the whole aspect of YouTube and what's going on and how to solve the problems of the world and even solve my own problems. So once again, this is really nice to sit out here. And I did tell you I'd show you the yard next door, and this is the building. We used to live up here, and it was a big, spacious apartment. 2 bedrooms, really nice. Beautiful view of the river. So you looked out there, and you know, this is what you saw. And I always thought, you know, man, oh man, it would be nice to have a balcony. That's the living room, this window here. And have a balcony off there that you could walk out, stairs going down, let the dogs out and overlook the river. That apartment would go for a good price, I'm sure of that. But they're selling it too, so, you know, no telling who the buyers are going to be. Okay, a side view of the house next door. That's our well. And this is my Nissan. It's been a pretty good car. I actually want an SUV, so I might be trading it shortly. And the side view of the house. And actually through that window is the kitchen. I'll take you on a tour of the house sometime, in the studio in there. But that's where all the YouTube videos happen, in that kitchen. And over across the road we have a farm field, and that's for sale too. I would love to buy that and do a bit of farming, but just don't have the money right now. But that's really good fertile soil over there. And of course my flag flying out here. I'd like to fly an American flag beside that, just to show we're neighbors. And there's a Filipino flag flying there. And this little garden here comes out beautiful in the summertime. You know, I usually put roses in there and stuff like that, and it's really nice. And this is where I had a witch's cauldron back in Halloween. And it had a whole Halloween theme going on here. It was kind of fun. No kids, of course, with COVID, but still, it was nice to drive by and look at. And the side view, I mean, the neighbors aren't terribly close, so that, you know, there's enough privacy in here. You don't need a fence or anything, and they're fairly friendly folks, and, you know, for that matter. So again, the river is close. The shed, have another garden happening here that's really nice again in the summertime. I know I keep saying that, but I just love the foliage. And a side view of the house. And that's the what you're looking at now. Well, actually the one room is the bathroom and the other one is the studio. That's where all the videos are made in there. And I'm definitely going to take you a tour, on a tour I should say, of the studio. Show you my smart home setup and my Google setup in there. And once again, guys, who do we have here but the mighty Coco? And this is you can see in here, some compost bins and a little pump house for the waterfall. So the pump, again, like I said earlier, sucks water up and then puts it back down through the waterfall, back down into the river. A nice view of the river again. I think poor little Coki's getting cold. Coco, getting cold, buddy? Coki, where's Eddie? Eddie, come here. There they come, the 2 boys. And that's pretty much, those 2 won't stay still. Pretty much the homestead, guys. So that kind of concludes our tour of the homestead. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I say again, it's too bad they're talking about selling, but you know, I guess all good things must come to an end, and not really sure whether we have to move or not. So thanks for watching, guys. Love y'all, stay safe, and see you next time.